Good day to you folks, this is Nick here, and we're looking at Rampage on the Commodore Amiga, published by Activision in 1989 and based on the arcade game by Bally Midway from 1986. Basically you control either George, Lizzie or Ralph, and you've been altered by some strange experiments. So George, he's King Kong, which I'm controlling here. Lizzie, you can be, she's Godzilla, and Ralph some sort of strange huge werewolf man. But basically we're in a bit of a temper. We must smash all the buildings on each level, a number of punches, level them to the ground. As soon as we've done that, we're on to the next level. But it's based over 128 days. You must wreak havoc in numerous cities across North America, and yeah, why not? Now this game come out on almost absolutely everything bar a Casio calculator. Now I've got this on the Game Boy Advance as well, which I prefer, but you know, that's more advanced than the Commodore Amiga despite being a handheld. But this is okay, the graphics look a bit pale. There seems to be one sort of flaw of the controls, like jumping's a little bit awkward. You physically have to stop walking and just press a fire button, so that's not very well, intuitive. The controls are okay, I suppose. Yeah, it's not a bad game. It's a good conversion from the arcade, you'd have to be said. A little bit repetitive, but that's basically what Rampage is. Now you see my energy bar there, represented by damage in the top left. I've got to avoid as many bullets as possible and all these helicopters shooting at me, which is easier said than done. And yeah, and basically demolish everything. Hooray! Right. As soon as it starts getting to dust, you must get off the building, because if you fall down you lose a bit of energy as well. You can hit the helicopters, punch people that come out the windows firing at you. Occasionally you might see food about the place that's generated, bump into that and you get an energy boost. But I found the Game Boy Advance version a bit easier than this. Maybe it's because the controls are slightly sluggish. But it's good, no nonsense, mind-numbing fun really. Doesn't take much thought about it. Feels a bit like an app or a game app now that you get on your phone. But it's good. It would have been good in... I tell you what, it's much more fun in multiplayer really, with 2 or even 3 of you there. Right, so as you can see, through each level there's more and more buildings. If we lose all our lives, I don't think we have to start right from the start again. There's some continues. On later levels you might get some water to avoid, and tanks come around down the bottom shooting at you, firing missiles. Everyone hates it, but basically you're annoyed that you've been turned into a giant ape, in George's case anyway. So let's take it out on the whole of North America, for some reason. I think when you get to the end, it just loops round to the starting stage again, so it never ends. As we punch the hell out of the bank. Maybe because they wouldn't give me an overdraft or something. Yeah, so you can punch sideways, punch down, punch up like that. Boom, boom, boom. A certain number of punches cause the building to demolish. You don't have to punch the whole thing. But while the army hanging out windows firing bombs from here, they should, I don't know, nuke me from above, I think. I don't know what city this is, but it's going down. Good bit of animation in the background of helicopters going backward and forward. Nice bit of silhouette, adds a slight bit of depth to it. Oh, I don't know why that building's collapsing. That collapsed on its own. And you see, game over. You see, I lost my strength and just wandered off. I metamorphosized back into my original guise. Let's continue. Let's have another go at Chicago. It's a hell of a town. Right, it's done for this time. There's that coach. Don't know where it's going. Or is it a tram? It's a tram, isn't it? It's on a track. Is there a tram in Chicago? Or am I just looking at that wrong? Maybe it's a train. Answer below if you're from Chicago. I'm not sure how many Chicago posters I have here. But Bally Midway come up with a good idea for their arcades. This is like early arcading. Well, I say that, it isn't really. 1986. Colours could be a little bit more bright on this Amiga version, but it does okay. It does a good job. It's definitely Rampage, isn't it? Boom. I never played this down the arcades, I don't think, unless I was quite young. But yeah, I played it on the Game Boy Advance, as I say, and the Amiga. My preference is for the Game Boy Advance, only because it's slightly easier, the graphics are a bit more bright and colourful, and the jumping's a little bit easier as well. I suppose it's hard to represent all the moves just on a joystick. Game Boy Advance, because you've got a number of extra buttons there, so just gives you options. These blooming helicopters! Boom! So a tip is to avoid the dust clouds. Right, let's get out of it. Right, so my energy bar's what, about a third out? I gained a bit of strength. I don't know if I hit some food or something. Let's do this. But the game is very repetitive, but that's, as I say, that's the nature of it. Rampage! And I certainly am. It doesn't matter which person you control, whether it's the ape, Godzilla, or the werewolf. The gameplay is all the same. They punch the same. They move the same. Just gives a bit of difference if you're in more than one player, I guess. Hint: jump when you see dust clouds. Well, that's a good tip. Come on, George. Right, so we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 buildings here. Car driving down the bottom. Right, I need to concentrate more. I haven't really been taking much effort to avoid things being fired at me, but there seems to be a lot of things. There's a tank there. Oops, that's no good. See, jumping's tricky on this version. Right, let's just demolish these. Just take them out one at a time. Why isn't that falling down? That's defying the laws of physics, that is. Blimey. Have you ever had scientific experiments done on you and turned into a giant ape or lizard or werewolf? If you have, comment below if your hands aren't too big to hit the keyboard. Good sound. Well, it's standard sound, isn't it? I think that might have been directly ripped from the arcades. It sounds very similar anyway. They're certainly using a lot of ammo on me. It's probably best just to lure me away with a big banana, I think. Get one of those helicopters to fly across with a banana, and I'd probably follow that and leave the city alone. Right, so we've got 2 buildings left. Oh, that one's fallen down on its own. That helps. Right. You've had it now. 1 left. My energy bar's fine. I should be able to do this quite easily. I think the next stage might have a bit of water jump. There we go. Boom. Yeah, that jump's tricky. We're now at Kalamazoo. Where's that? Kalamazoo? Is that related to Gazoo? Oh no, there's no water on this stage. I thought there would be. Right, so I think I know what to do now. Climb up and down the building, smash everything to smithereens. Whoops. Almost fell off then. Right, oh, yeah, so that was bad. Lost a bit of strength there. So if you're going to punch a building to pieces, make sure you're not on the top of it when it collapses. That's a good tip. Whoops. Oh, I thought I was going to fall down again. This level doesn't seem as tricky as the last one. I don't know what there's probably a cheat code somewhere. I don't know what the last level of this looks like. I've never seen it. Day 128. That's like fantasy territory. Blimey, they certainly can throw things a long way, can't they, these army officers? They should be in the Olympics or something. Javelin, 5 miles. That must be a record. The background looks like pyramids. Is that where Kalamazoo is? Right, we've done it. As I punch that helicopter out of the air. Now, off to Detroit. It's all very urgent, isn't it? Right, there's a bit of water. So we go on the bridge and it collapses. I'm not over blessed with energy here. In fact, I've got none. I'm metamorphosizing back and I run off. Go, George, go! Get out of there. Game over. Should have a continue, shouldn't we? I fancy another go on this. We'll probably stay being George. It seems right climbing buildings to be King Kong. Like Godzilla never climbed buildings, did he? No infringement of copyright. They called it Lizzie, not Godzilla. But essentially it is. Right, let's see what we can do this time. We've got maximum strength. Right, as the helicopters coming again in waves. They want to take us down, but they got no chance. We're up to their business. See, I tried to jump it, no avail. Hopeless. God, the army are everywhere in this building. How is one going to avoid all of these missile things? You just speed, I think. Oh, I'm getting very annoyed now. I'm getting annoyed like the Incredible Hulk. He needs to be in that. Right, the tank fell in the water there. I don't know if you noticed. That was bad driving. Rewind and watch that again. A tank went down the bottom and just fell into the water. Right, 3 buildings left. Strength almost halfway. I need more food to turn up. Take that, right, down. 2 buildings left. Kaboom! No rubble though, you'd see. Right, this isn't going to take much punching. Let's move down a bit. That's it, that's going. Right, 1 left. Jump. Missed. What's that? I like that hand that goes across. That's to let people know I'm not dead, I suppose. That's it, that's gone. Good, we've done it. So long, town. Right, there's nowhere to live here. Da-da-da-da-da-da. Right, there's a car down the bottom which we seem to have killed already. It's one of these games, like a lotto review, where there's not much to it, but before you know it, you've been playing it for about an hour. Just trying to see what the next stage looks like. So it's just out of curiosity rather than anything else. I don't know, it's a time waster, isn't it? Boom. I'd quite happily play this as an app on my phone on the train, or bus, or pedalo. I don't know, I go into work for several ways. Rarely pedalo, I'd have to say. Oh, so I'm doomed. Leg it, George. Leg it. Get out of here. It weren't me. Nothing to see here. Yeah, that good stuff. So, that was Rampage on the Commodore Amiga, published by Activision in 1989. Hope you liked having a look at that one as always. Please remember to rate, comment and subscribe. Put your thoughts below. Don't be shy. Until next time, goodbye.
Goodbye.